Now, there's one room you know your boy's excited about. It's this linebacker room, dog. They may have one of the best linebacker rooms in the country. Shout out to my guy, Phil Steele, because he already said he thinks they're the second best in college football, which, of course, makes them number one in the SEC. Let's talk about who's going to play, who we think's going to jump out, who's going to be a big deal. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. This video is sponsored by our partners over at BetUS. They are sponsoring this series. Thank you so much for that. Check them out in the link in the pinned comment as well as the link in the description below. They're hooking you up with an awesome offer, so make sure you don't miss it. Let's jump into that. But before, hop in the comments. Who do you think is going to be the linebackers that runs things? I want to hear from you all. So, first and foremost, we all know that the terrorist on that lineup is going your boy, Danny Stutzman. Yeah. You know, he's a Buckets watch list. He's a preseason conference All-American. He's a preseason All-American. You know, he's everything. We know that he's going to do that. Key thing for him is, as long as he stay healthy, baby. Knocking on that wood. He stay healthy, we Gucci in that spot. But there's a lot of other positions and other players to keep your minds out and keep you thinking about, because come practice, this dude I'm going to tell y'all about has been lighting it up and been getting everybody's attention. So let's dive into the linebacker room. What can we expect from Brent Venables and Zach Alley's room? I say Brent Venables mainly because Coach Venables is a linebacker coach when he was defensive coordinator. He cares about linebackers. And of course, his entire defense is all about how well his linebackers perform. So, let's roll up into it, baby. So, we lead off with Danny Stutzman. He's going to be, of course, running things, right? But there's been this player in practice that's been showing out. Who that practice? Who that person? Kip Lewis. Yep, we talked about him on Locked On Sooners, but it's something that's got to be pointed out, right? Kip's got himself up to 220, and that was my concern for him when he was doing his thing last year, when he shut me up. Because when you saw him in the Texas game getting those stops, you're like, oh, dang, he is good, isn't he? Dang, wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, so I anticipate the Kip and Stutz show to start, but that second deep is going to be intriguing. It's a battle right now. You've got Kobe McKenzie. You've got Jaron Kanik. You've got Lewis Carter, right? And then they're mixing in Deshaun McCullough when he's healthy. So you got four dudes that can play right there behind the other two guys. Don't worry. We'll talk about cheating in a minute, and I'll explain the McCullough piece. But you've got Stutzman and Kip riding with Kobe, Kanik, Lewis Carter, and McCullough. That linebacker room is stout, and it's going to stay this deep for a couple years, right? If things go right, somebody's going pro with Danny Stutzman. So, man, we may lose two linebackers, which will be, not a bad thing because we'll have the depth that we need. That's the best thing about this coming season, right? And the shout out to the Zach Alley component to this is that what we've been wondering is how fast these linebackers will be able to pick up the defense that he's going to want to run. The good thing is he's running Brent Venables' defense, so it's not going to be that hard for them to really pick it up and go. And supposedly the players have already expressed that he's just done nothing but make it easier for them. He has done a great job of breaking it down, and he makes them feel comfortable. So, what does that mean for us? Yeah, that means we got some good stuff going. So let's talk about that two deep. But before we do that, word from the sponsor. College football is back, baby, and it's coming strong within the next week or two. So you got to go ahead and get your stuff together and get your bets ready. So if you need some place to go, check out our sponsor, BetUS. Link in the description below as well as the pinned comment. They've got you taken care of. Fastest payouts in the industry, they say. And they're starting to prove it, right? They're also giving you a nice offer, a bonus, 125% on your first three deposits up to $2,000. They're hooking you up. 24-hour personalized services, 365 days a year. Link is in our description below and in the pinned comment. They're also hooking you up with one thing that I love. You get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. I don't know nobody else doing that. And so when you look at the bets here, right now in college football, you got a lot of stuff. Like we got the college football playoffs. And for Oklahoma, who's sitting here, sitting pretty, battling it out with some of these other teams, Oklahoma's sitting here at a plus 450 to make it, minus 650 not to. So if you want to make a little coin, maybe a good opportunity to take that, because if you're as high as I am on the Sooners, there's a good chance they make it. So make sure you check out BetUS. Link in the description below. Let me know and let them know that I sent you. All right, linebacker room. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Kip Stutz, who I'm expecting to really start things up. And so with McCullough, and then you go into the Cheetahs, right? So Dolby is going to play more of the nickel type cheetah, but he's going to blitz, right? Y'all saw him here on the channel. He came and visited. We chopped it up, and he talked about how much he enjoyed getting sacks, right? That's the thing that he's really big on. He enjoys going in there and getting sacks, and he showed us against Arizona when he went in there and got him a sack. So him blitzing, I anticipated. Young player that's been standing out, though, at cheetah that we've been hearing about, because Deshaun McCullough has been playing more of the will position at linebacker, basically weak side linebacker. And then with him, you're seeing him lined up with like a Kobe McKenzie, right, as your Mike. So it's, you got Kobe kind of leading things with McCullough with them, and then you rotate with Kanik as well as Lewis Carter, who are both fast, and Lewis loves to hit. So that lineup is nice, but Samuel Masigo is starting to develop into that dude that y'all been wanting him to be. Supposedly he's taking those cheetah snaps, and he's not playing around on us, right? He's actually going out there and he's wrecking some havoc. The defense has had the best in the fall, and that's something that's by design. This linebacker room is so experienced now. They're good. I mean, Kobe's been here. This is going to be third year. He's been here since Venables got here. Then, of course, Kanik as well. Same for Stutz, right? Lewis Carter. All these dudes have been here for a bit. Kip, they've been here since, Venables they've been here 2 to 3 years. So now that they're picking up everything, it's starting to absorb. And with Allie doing the way he does, man, the linebacker room should be lights out all season long. The best part about it is we've got competitive depth, people. Got to take a drink on that one, because we've got it. We've got the depth that's going to make it happen. So let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know your thoughts. Who in the linebacker position are you keeping your eyes on the most? Who do you want to see go out there and make something happen? Love to hear from y'all. You made it this far, like the content, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We would love for y'all to join this family of Sooner fans. We're talking OU football. We're talking SEC college football in general, and we're having a blast. Do it. All right, we'll wrap the series up. We're going to talk the secondary, and then we're going to talk quarterback next week. I don't want to talk quarterback too early. That was the last position to talk through. So in the next week, we'll talk about the quarterback. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring the video. We've partnered up with them. You can get 125% on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Check them out in the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. As well as check out one of these videos. They got you hooked up. We'll talk soon. Peace.